week it's been school holidays and I've had to ferry the children around from activity to activity while trying to fit work in. We all know the struggle of the juggle, especially during holidays, am I right? I've been in a Subaru Forester 2.5i-S, which is the top of the range new 2019 model. There have been some changes, including it going up in price, but at $41,490, I was pretty impressed with the value that you get for this car. Let's go through it. The car looks pretty decent from the outside. It's long rather than boxy, so it's got that almost a wagon feel to it. You'll never call a Forester exceedingly stylish. This is a practical looking car. It's solid. It's the kind of car that's saying, I'm reliable, you can trust me. And the thing is, you actually do. And the inside is pretty good too. Again, you won't be blown away by the design, but that's not to say that there's anything wrong with it. You'll get leather seats in this top spec model. They're not the best quality, but they still feel pretty good. And you get a leather steering wheel. The center console is pretty nicely designed. There's a good amount of high gloss black, plus you get this texture along the side here, which really lifts the design. The only thing about the interiors is that the controls are divided up into a fair few spots. So you've got the multimedia screen here, which is high def and looks really great. You've got the air conditioning controls here. You've got some modes of the car down here. And then you've got another small screen up there, which looks really great. It's really futuristic. It's got a picture of the car on it. Looks fab, but I'm not quite sure what to use for when. The 2019 model introduces Apple CarPlay and Android Auto across the range for the first time. It just means that you can actually dictate text messages and use voice control to make phone calls. Welcome to the future. And it's spacious. Both me and my 185cm husband fit in here perfectly fine. We had lots of legroom, and even with the sunroof, which is really big and lets in lovely natural light, there was still enough headspace. The back is also big enough for my two children aged 5 and 7, and when we had to take one of their friends to the movies this week, they fit easily in the middle. I'm 161 centimetres and I've got so much room back here. I think any adult will be comfortable in here. You can get a third child seat in here if you need to. It will be tight as always, but it will fit. I did it with 2 booster seats and a baby capsule. Rear passengers will get their own air vents, plus you get 2 cup holders in the centre armrest and some pockets on the back of the front seats. Front passengers also get 2 cup holders, plus you get a bottle holder in each door and a really decent sized centre storage bin. And the boot is pretty big. It's been upsized for 2019 to 498 litres, which is a little bit bigger than you'll get in a Mazda CX-5, and it's enough room for a family. You'll be able to get a pram in here or suitcases in here. Plus, there's a power operated back seat and tailgate, which I always make good use of. And the driving is really easy. There's a 2.5 litre engine which gets you up hills quickly, lets you take off pretty quickly. It doesn't feel heavy at all, plus it's all-wheel drive. The Forester actually only comes in all-wheel drive, which means you'll get great traction on the roads. The steering feels good, it handles really nicely, and it's smooth to drive. Plus, the parking has not been difficult this week at all. Even though it's a long car, I still found I fit into places quite easily. There's a really good reverse parking camera to help you out. The safety is great in the Forester range, and across the board you'll find auto emergency braking, lane departure warnings, recross traffic alerts, and blind spot monitoring. Plus you'll get airbags for driver and front passenger, plus side curtain airbags that extend to the back row. This top model Forester also comes with something called driver focus, which actually detects the driver's drowsiness, so that's great. And in a really cool use of technology, there's a facial recognition system, so when you sit in the driver's seat, it recognizes which driver you are and it goes back to your stored seat settings. You don't even know what's happening, you just look straight ahead and it all does it automatically. The Subaru Forester 2.5i-S was a really easy addition to my family's lifestyle this week. It fit us all quite comfortably, even when we had to drive the kids' friends around for school holidays, and had enough boot space for a growing family. It drives beautifully and had all the latest technology and safety that you'd want in 2019. I gave it a family rating of 7.5 out of 10 because I thought it was really great value. My children also gave it a 7.5. They were really comfortable.